We start with our Newsmaker segment and talk about the economy in Kansas City and nationwide as the Trump administration comes to power. The 45th president says his administration will cut taxes for individuals and corporations, reduce regulations, and bring jobs back to America from abroad. Since Trump's election, the stock market has soared and consumer confidence has reached levels not seen for a decade. To give us a realistic look at what to expect, we're pleased to welcome back economist Dr. Chris Kuehl, a managing partner at Armada Corporate Intelligence in Kansas City. Chris, thanks for coming in. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's start in Kansas City. From an economic perspective, what does 2017 look like?
I think it's going to be pretty good. The Kansas City economy started to show some signs of growth in 2016, and that's going to be one of the stories throughout this year, is that a lot of what we're seeing now began 6 months, 9 months, 10 months ago, and that same trend is carrying through into 2017. Our unemployment is lower than the national norm. We're seeing growth in areas that we haven't seen growth for a while. The auto sector is improving almost by the month. I think we're in for a pretty good year. It's not going to be the sort of thing that sets hearts afire. It's not going to be 4 or 5% growth, but I think we'll be probably a little above the national average when it comes to GDP growth around here.
What about the streetcar downtown? Some enthusiasts believe that is an economic engine for the area. Do you think it's all that important?
Well, it's important if it continues to grow. The trick
You mean expand?
Yeah, it has to continue to expand. It has to go different places. It has to link the city more effectively. Every streetcar program that's been tried in the last 20, 25 years has had a master plan. And at some point it becomes a kind of a web that unifies the entire city. Those cities that have not been able to expand fast enough have seen sort of a burst of enthusiasm and then it fizzles.
A lot of talk about a downtown convention
Right.
hotel, 800 rooms. I guess it's still being planned. Would its arrival make a significant difference downtown?
It is getting very close to the point that large conventions can consider Kansas City, and that's the critical thing. If you can get enough hotel space that big conventions that bring in 5,000, 6,000 people will start to consider Kansas City, then it makes a difference. Kansas City is ideally placed in terms of where it is in the country. It's always just been held back by hotel space.
As you well know, the Trump administration wants to cut taxes for individuals and corporations and cut way back on regulations governing businesses. If that comes to fruition, what will be the impact, do you think, on the economy?
Most of the analysis indicates that if those tax reforms are carried out, we'll see better growth locally, we'll see better growth in the country as a whole, and even globally. World Bank, IMF, OECD have all been very enthusiastic about the discussion around tax reform. The trick is, what will it actually look like when it gets through Congress? When it comes to regulation, again, a lot of enthusiasm about lowering regulation, but it's hard to do. Many of the regulations are set by law, and it's going to require going back to court to change them.
Well, the incoming president has threatened tariffs in the event of unfair labor practices or what he might perceive to be unfair. Tariffs can be a difficult problem for the country, can they not?
They can, and I think what was interesting is yesterday's testimony by Wilbur Ross gave a lot more.
He's incoming Commerce Secretary.
Incoming Commerce Secretary, has given a lot more form to this conversation about imports, and his conversation focused on enforcing existing rules, not so much imposing new tariffs, but just simply paying attention to what's already on the books and making other countries play by the same rules we play by.
If Obamacare is ultimately replaced by a more market-driven system, will that be great for the U.S. economy or have much of an impact?
It will probably have an impact. The biggest issue when it comes to the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, health care in general, we have still not dealt with why health care is so expensive in the U.S. We spend 25% of our GDP on health care. Every other developed country closer to 10. Regardless of how we decide to pay for it, we have to figure out why it's so expensive and how to make it cheaper.
How about Wall Street in 2017? Got off to a pretty good start.
It's going to continue. A lot of what's making the markets so rich here right now is foreign money. Almost 25% of the money in our market is coming from Europe, from Asia, from Latin America, because investors there have no options locally. They have to come to the U.S. if they're going to get any kind of a return. that's made the dollar stronger. So a little bit of a good and bad.
Final question. Any fears about an imminent recession of consequence?
No, we're not looking at sort of a heart attack vision as far as the economy is concerned. What we are dealing with is an economy that has a chronic disease. It's just going to feel crappy for years.
Chris, great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
That is economist Chris Kuehl with Armada Corporate Intelligence. Now let's meet the panel and start a ruckus.